Danger! Your information is currently leaked all over the internet, and it costs less than $2 for someone to buy it and use it to cause real damage to your digital life. But the best way to deal with it is to use my discount code, Corporate Shill. That'll save you 25% on a data broker service you've never heard of. Yeah, it turns out this space is very annoying. Look, I get it. We're gonna keep today's video nice and short because there are some things you can actually do to get your information off the internet for free right now. But overall, yeah, this is one of those modern problems that doesn't have a clean, simple solution. And if you do want to pay for a service to make this problem go away, all the major digital security channels have discount codes. So yes, I also have one, and it supports this channel at no extra cost to you. So what are you supposed to do about this? Well, if you know your information is on a specific data broker site, you can usually find a buried opt-out page somewhere in their fine print. They're required to have one. You have a right to request removal, and they can't fully push back if you do it properly. It's tedious, but it's free and it works. There's also a tool built into the major search engines like Google that lets you submit a formal takedown request if you find a search result containing your personal information that puts you at risk. It takes about 6 or 7 clicks. Google won't always notify you when it's processed, and neither will the data brokers, so you'll need to follow up manually. But if you know of a specific site with your information on it, you should absolutely do this. The catch is obvious. Most people don't know which sites have their information, and even if you did, we're talking about potentially hundreds of brokers. The most hardened digital security people in the world are not spending the time it would take to manually opt out of all of them. And even if they did, if a broker rebuilds a profile on you, which they will, that's hundreds more hours. So if you actually want your information off the internet in any comprehensive way, you'd need a data broker removal service. We've reviewed the major ones, Incogni, DeleteMe, Optery, and we have separate videos on all of them. They all work, they operate a little differently. Incogni is more volume focused, DeleteMe gives you more direct oversight. We've got other videos on specifics, and be sure to use Corporate Shill at checkout. Save 50% off when you willingly give us your social security number. But the thing none of them really advertise is that no single service can guarantee 100% removal from every data broker in existence, including the ones that don't exist yet. New brokers appear, old profiles rebuild, and that's actually the nature of the problem. Which is why, if you're someone who wants to consolidate rather than manage this piecemeal, the data broker removal service we use, and the one I personally still have an active account with, not just for the channel, is Aura. We've done reviews of Aura, so I'll keep the checklist brief. It's an identity theft protection service, which means instead of just submitting removal requests on your behalf, it does about 20 other things. Monitors your credit, your financial transactions, gives you a VPN, an antivirus, and an insurance policy if your identity does get stolen. And for us, it's like, okay, that's actually worth a subscription. The VPN and password manager are things I genuinely use. Not necessarily daily, but they're quality of life improvements you actually notice. And whenever I do log into the dashboard, it just tells me, hey, we removed you from a bunch more scary internet sites. You're welcome. Here's the honest version of the recommendation. If your main concern is a couple of specific sites with your name on them, go do the Google takedown and the manual opt-outs. That's real, it's free, and it's worth doing either way. If you want ongoing coverage, removal requests submitted automatically, credit monitoring running in the background, and a support team that actually picks up the phone, Aura is what we use, and the link in the description gets you a better rate than their main site. It also supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which is how I can keep making videos where I call my own affiliate code Corporate Shill without getting fired. Neither of those things is a bad choice. The bad choice is doing nothing, which is unfortunately the most common choice.